Hi guys, today is day 24, September 25. So we are almost done with the series Art and Culture 2 because yesterday's episode was also Art and Culture. And this is part of Pack 2 where 13 tests is there based on all the things from ancient to medieval to modern to art and culture. And there are history full test also, which is a combination of all the type of histories. And 15 pointers video, people are liking it, so please watch that video so that you get more details and is more confident for the prelims. Okay, no matter this year or next year, whichever you are giving prelims, this will help you score extra marks. 2021 batch, already two batch you have missed, and this batch hopefully the serious students are joining because every day one or two students are enrolling every day. So hopefully before October 1 all the serious aspirants would be done and we will close the batch, because we always stick to only those students who needs this discipline study and not those who simply see the thing which is out and then keep delaying and then after that come and ask for the series. Okay, it has happened many times, so we don't entertain those students. Whoever is early to enroll, they can be part of this disciplined course, and in 1 year you can do wonders. Okay, so WhatsApp us if you need to enroll, and check your score every day. Hope it's improving, and if any concerns, let me know, because anyway you are there on my WhatsApp. So which one of the following is not a form of Carnatic music? Okay, so here details are given. This Tapa is actually a folk song of the camel riders of Punjab, and it was there in the Hindu news item also last year. So it is not part of this Carnatic music. And here again, the details of that is also given, even though it is not very important. But we cannot predict what UPSC can pick up. Okay, so it's a semi-classical vocal music, and whatever its speed and melody and all these things are given. Okay, because art and culture is one point where the learning will never end. Okay, if you take a dance form, a painting, a music, you can read enough and more content, but we cannot predict what level UPSC can ask. So at least what is given here, try to study that. Okay, all the four options I have given limited explanations so that you have an idea when the question comes. Okay, like this is a rhythmic piece in Carnatic music that is generally performed at the end of the concert and widely used in classical Indian dance performances. Then this Kriti is a format of musical composition typical to Carnatic music. Kritis form the mental backbone of any typical Carnatic music concert, and it also means creation. Then sloka is a couplet of Sanskrit verse, especially one in which each line contains 16 syllables. Compositions more commonly associated with Indian classical dance and Indian devotional music. So everywhere you will see it's associated with dance, classical dance. Okay, the performance of the Sanskrit sloka, Tamil Viruttam, and Telugu Padyamu or Sissa Padya forms are particularly unique. So in different languages, they have just told this sloka concept. So that's this first question. Now, second one, Zikir and Jajin Ja are basically what? Is it puppet forms in Goa, music forms in Arunachal, dance forms in Manipur, or temple structures in Meghalaya? So the problem with art and culture is again that if you did not study or if you did not hear, then you'll have to skip those questions. And skipping is not a bad thing. Okay, as I told, at least 20 to 25 questions you have to skip in the exam hall, and the smartest students do that every year. Okay, but which one to skip is also an art that you will learn only through practicing these kind of MCQs. So here the answer is music forms in Arunachal Pradesh. So it is like during marriage and social meets and all this thing is done both by both men and women, chorus or individually. Okay, so it's a like a pleasant event kind of song which they do. And here it is given, it is a song which narrates their history, their religious lore and mythology. Its whole cycle takes hours to complete. It also is a feature of festivals and occasions. So it's just their local folk lore, you can tell. But you just need to know that its music forms in Arunachal, not anything else. Now, Tangalia work is from Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Mizoram, Kerala. So again, factual for students who did not study. So it is from Gujarat. It comes in news more often. So this Tangalia shawl is a GI protected shawl also of this Dangazia community. Okay, in Gujarat, 700-year-old indigenous craft it is. So UPSC plays with these kind of things. Okay, and it's also like shepherd communities there. So you have to expect any kind of question, because they will tell something like British introduced it, or British was one who did it, or we exported from China, imported from China. They'll put whatever statement they like. Okay, and most of the time that kind of made up statements will be false only. So see to it that you know the basic 4 5 things, so that you can eliminate the other things. Okay. This Dangchen, a long wind instrument, is closely related to which cultural event? Okay, so all these are there in the intangible sites. These things also intangible cultural things in India. So this Mudiyattu in Kerala, Sankirtana in Assam, Buddhist chanting in Ladakh, or Tangta in Manipur. So this instrument is used in which one of the following activity? So it's Buddhist chanting in Ladakh. This thing you would have seen in movies and posters and images and all. Or if you went to Ladakh, you would have seen maybe. So these are again factual things, but these are mentioned here and there. And some keywords which I am asking is all previous year keyword. Okay, they used to put match the following like this thing, and then opposite to that they'll give Ladakh. So we are just giving little more details on that. Ankia Nat refers to what? Poetic compilation by Rabindranath Tagore in Bengal, musical compilation by Madhavacharya at Pune, spiritual notes popularized after Vallabhacharya at Andhra Pradesh, theatre form popularized by Shankar Dev at Assam. So locations are different, personalities are different, what the thing that is also different. So any one clue if you have, you can learn these many things also, and you can answer it correctly. This is mentioned in Nitin Singhania, this is mentioned in CCRT website, and anywhere you study the dance forms and theatre forms, you will see this. Okay, Shankar Dev is associated with a dance form also, so try to find out which one it is. So if you see here Ankia Nat and Bhavana, okay, both are related to same concept only. So you have to by heart this, okay, if you have never heard before this. Sufi Saint Sheikh Chili was the spiritual advisor of. Okay, already like who was the medical advisor of someone, like that one question already have come. So here like Shah Jahan, Dara Shikoh, Aurangzeb, and Muhammad Shah, the spiritual advisor of which Mughal king? So again, there's a different way to ask like who is contemporary to whom and which timeline he was available, he was there, he was living. So we can frame the question anyway, and UP is doing that since 2017-18. Okay, last 3 years repeatedly contemporary word has come. So here it is Dara Shikoh, and more points about him came in Hindu article. That's why this question has come. So you can read this, because instead of copy pasting lot of explanation, we give you links sometimes, especially in current affairs and history related things. So from there question comes, okay, every year it comes, like last year Buland Darwaza and all these things came, that was there in a newspaper article. So please see to it that whenever links are given in your PDF, take the time to read it. Okay, 2020 students, maybe you don't have the time now, but at least 2021 students, whichever test you have, take the explanation and the link seriously. Doctrine of Niyati, doctrine of absolute determinism, is closely associated with which heterodox school? Mimamsa, Lokayata, Sankhya, Ajivika. Okay, there are two types of school, heterodox and orthodox. So at least that if you know, you can eliminate orthodox schools and come to lesser options. So this kind of things, yoga, Vedanta, Mimamsa, Sankhya, then Vaisheshika is there, then Lokayata, Charvak, Ajivika, all these are important things, and they're in every textbook where you study history. So please see to that you know this thing. Okay, so here answer Ajivika. It is one of the Nastika or heterodox. Okay, the other one will be orthodox school, where 5 6 schools are there, and revision chart is given already for all these items, and here more details are there, like it is founded in 5th century BC by this Makkali Gosla Stramana movement. Okay, major revival of early Buddhism and Jainism, and try to find out one or two personalities also, kings who were related to this Ajivika, who adopted this Ajivika. So it's all there, it's not like something new or which you cannot find. Okay, so what is this doctrine of absolute, this thing, karma doctrine, whether they followed, theory of small atoms, okay, all these things are there. So try to find out this thing so that if statement comes, you can eliminate them and come to the answer. Which of the following are matched correctly? So books and authors: Ramayana in Tamil by this Kamban, Mahabharata in Telugu, Nannaya and Tikana, Vikramarjuna Vijaya in Kannada, that is Ponna and Rana, and then Pampa Bharata by Pampa. So whether all are true or something is wrong. So here only one thing we have done, this Vikramarjuna Vijaya and Pampa Bharata, both are actually the same book. Okay, different names of the same book. Actually, it was written by Pampa, so it's also called Pampa Bharata. And so 3, 4, both are referring to this Pampa only. This Ponna and Rana is incorrect placing here. So third one is wrong. So answer is 1, 2 and 4. And we have given a revision chart because these 3 Kannada poets are together called Ratnatraya, or 3 gems of Kannada literature. Okay, and they had their own variant of Sanskrit Kannada mix language. So these 3 people have given, and the title given to them, which whose king's time they were there, and the kingdom king. And then here if you see the works done by them, so this is like one time if you by heart it, okay, because this Shanti Purana and all, I think once it was asked by UPSC, so you have to know like just a glance through, okay, because that is why I told history I will give around 80 charts to you, because you have more things to by heart like this. Okay, other subjects it will be lesser. And this Adi Purana, the fight between Bahubali and Bharata, son of Rishabdev, these kind of things you should know. Identify the Veda. It means sacrifice or worship. It has both poetic and prose rendering. It gives directions for performance of yajnas. It has 2 branches, Shukla and Krishna. Then Vajrasayani Samhita and Taittiriya Samhita are related to it. So these are all the features. You have to find out which one. Rig Veda, Sam Veda, Yajur Veda or Atharva Veda. So it's Yajur Veda. Like that, for every Veda, you should go and try to find out what is it, what the meaning. Okay, like Rig Veda is the biggest one, the largest one, the first one, which is there in the early Vedic period. Then when later Vedic period came, all these 3 were written, and like some has black magic spells, some has medicine spells, some is related to music. So you should find out which is which, and that also I think one revision chart is there with one keyword which I have given. So please by heart that, so that at least that one you know. Okay, and this Krishna Veda is also important, black and white thing, which is there in your R.S. Sharma textbook also. So please study this. Okay. Abu Ishaq Shami is regarded as the founder of which order of Sufism? Okay, Sufism, you know there are many sects, and that also I have taught you with a big revision chart. So is it Chishti, Naqshbandi, Suhrawardiya or Qadriya? So here he is the founder of this Chishti order, which is one of the most famous one. Also, many personalities are related to that. So that is what I gave you in chart. Okay, left side I gave you all the type of Sufi sect, and then the right side I gave you personalities with the timeline. So if a question comes like the contemporary or which Mughal ruler was there at that time, you can easily answer that. So here again details are there. I think all the things we have shown you here, what was asked in this question. Okay, so persons are also there. It's very difficult to remember all these words, but just before prelims, if you glance it, it will be easy for you. That's why I always tell you, do ancient, medieval art and culture and all at the end. Meaning, if October 4 is your prelims, do this on October 2 or October 3. Okay, because that time, whatever you read, there's a high chance that you will remember it on October 4. If you do it now, even 6 days, 7 days before, problem is you will still forget it, because in between you will study some polity, you will study geography and all, then this all will go away. Okay, so try to study these things at the last minute, and also take my revision charts with you in your phone, so that while going to the exam center and all, you can keep scrolling. Okay, that is the 10 questions for today. and hope you are revising better, because we can only do this, tell you every single day to study, but it's up to you whether you are actually watching this, actually listening to this, because this video series itself is the biggest proof that you people are not watching everything. Okay, the first first episode or second episode, it was like 800, 900 people are watching it, and now maximum 25 people, 35 people will watch, and after I send the link to them personally, then they will sit and watch. So maximum it goes still up to 100 or 200. Okay, so this is what will happen on the exam day also. When you started the race, you had 5 lakh people, but in the end only 9,000 people will clear this exam. So be that student who did all the hard work. But even if you don't pass, don't worry, you are doing your best, and that is what I expect from a serious aspirant. So I'll come up with tomorrow's session. Thank you and have a nice day.